What's going on YouTube? Ryan back, Dopemon again, and today we need to talk about the news that came out today that Jake DeBrusk has requested a trade from the Boston Bruins. Or rather, his agent has requested a trade on his behalf, but that's the news that broke today. It's no secret, DeBrusk has struggled over the last couple seasons and was recently scratched last Sunday, I believe, against the Vancouver Canucks, in which the Bruins won 3-2. This season, in 17 games, he has 3 goals and 3 assists. Last season of 41 games and shortened season had only 5 goals and 9 assists. Jake DeBrusk has been struggling. In the past, Jake DeBrusk has been a good shoot first middle six winger that has a career high 27 goals in 68 games, and that was back in 2018-19. It's not that long ago. There are multiple teams that could use a winger like that today, and we're going to focus on two: the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Edmonton Oilers. We'll be using CapFriendly's Armchair GM to see what people are proposing and see what this trade could look like. If you have any ideas about what a Jake DeBrusk trade could look like to any team, let me know. What Boston is considering, what they will be wanting back in a trade, let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video for more content. So there's a couple trades to the Leafs that I want to highlight. A lot of it surrounds guys like but Leafs obviously have their cap struggles, so it'll surround guys like Travis Dermott, Ilya Mikheyev, Nick Ritchie, and Justin Holl, guys who are either replaced directly by Jake DeBrusk or guys on defense who could see themselves out of the lineup in a couple of years, especially with the emergence of Rasmus Sandin, and less so, but Timothy Liljegren playing very well to start the year. That's why Dermott he's been in trade talks since the start of the year. There was a point where there was a rumor that Dubas was shopping both Dermott and Hall to see what the market was. Nick Ritchie is more of a get him off the Leafs because he hasn't played as well as he expected, but I don't think Nick Ritchie is going back to the Boston Bruins. I think the Leafs are going to have to sit and eat that contract. This is one example: Jake DeBrusk, Toronto for Dermott, Mikheyev, and a third. I think this is probably a little too much to give up for Jake DeBrusk. I'm not trying to overvalue the Leafs players. What my thing is for Jake DeBrusk is he's a player who obviously is struggling, is at the bottom of his value, the absolute bottom. And why would you give up 2 NHL players plus a pretty good pick in a good draft 2 years from now? I don't see this trade specifically to be what is going to happen, but we'll see. I've also seen this get thrown around, the idea that Boston will take on Peter Mrazek. I don't think that's the case at all. Even with the emergence of Wall for the Leafs in goal, two things. I think the Leafs still need Mrazek. Wall is unproven. You're not going to rely on a guy like that right off the bat after 3 NHL games. And I don't think Boston takes this guy. I don't think they take Mrazek. They have Ullmark and Swayman, and they could be getting Rask back still. Still a possibility. And to take on a guy like Mrazek too for more than 1 year at a decent price, I don't know if that is the option for them. This is kind of along the lines I think is going to be the most likely scenario for a trade to the Leafs or to a trade anywhere is Jake DeBrusk on a retained deal. There's only 1 year left on his deals this year. His current cap hit is with 3.875, I think. 3.675 is his current cap hit for 1 more year. And is an RFA, so he does have some control. But I think this is the most likely option where Boston gets a 1-for-1 player pick if they want to, for Leafs, say a Justin Holl or a Alex Kerfoot maybe. But let's say Justin Holl. I know Bruins fans have wanted to shore up the bottom part of their defense for a while, and I think Holl could do that for them. Also gives them a Leaf to absolutely decimate their hopes and dreams later on. But to the retaining here with Arizona, maybe Buffalo, Seattle could, if they embrace the tank, solely to keep that retained contract so that Boston doesn't have to take any of it, and Boston and Arizona did a little something for Jake DeBrusk. Jake DeBrusk is a guy that needs a change of scenery. Justin Hall is a guy that needs probably a change of scenery. Hasn't been playing well, has been scratched this year as well as Jake DeBrusk. Playing well when he's in, but the Leafs have a lot of defense, and Hall could be, I think, the guy to flip here. That was what I would suggest if I was the Leafs general manager to Boston. It would be Justin Hall for Jake DeBrusk, and then Arizona can retain half and get a pick or a minor prospect out of it. On to the Edmonton Oilers, and the Edmonton Oilers have been linked to Jake DeBrusk for I think a few seasons now. I believe he's from Edmonton. His dad played in Edmonton, and he seems like always a West Coast kid. It would make sense to bring him back to Edmonton, and I think would play well as a winger option for the top six in Boston. He would immediately get injected into the top six, I would think. And whoever the Oilers give up for him, I think that DeBrusk will be better. Tyler Benson is a guy here that this user has floated around. I've also seen guys like Zach Kassian being thrown around. I'm not sure about that. It's 3 years left on 3.2. I don't know if Boston wants to take that. I've seen Kyler Yamamoto be an option. I've seen Warren Fogel's name. I've seen Tyson Berry's name a little bit. I don't know about that. I don't know if Boston they want to shore up the right side D, but I don't know if they want to shore it up like that. Yeah, for example, I don't think this is going to happen. What I suspect, if DeBrusk is traded, I don't think it'll be for much. I think he's at the lower end of his value. I think if he is traded, it'll be for maybe a mid-round pick and a guy, not a prospect, but a player back to Boston that can fill in on a third line wing or shore up Boston's defense a little bit. I'm not sure that Toronto is going to be the place to do that. To be honest with you, as a Leafs fan, I don't really want them to make that trade, especially on a crazy winning streak there. The streak they're on right now. For the Leafs to take on a guy like DeBrusk, unless Dubas is absolutely certain that he would help the group and Keefe is certain that he'll help the group, I don't see the need right now for the Leafs to do that. I would wait till the trade deadline, pick up a guy at the deadline for cheaper. It'll be cheaper cap hit because it'll be further into the year. A guy like I've kind of been bouncing this around with my buddies. A guy like Jared McCann that we traded traded for Pittsburgh and then lost in the expansion draft. To trade back for him might be a good idea if Seattle starts to embrace the fact that they're tanking. McCann could be a guy that they want to lose. Maybe a guy like that is your option. Or just, winger on an expiring deal at the trade deadline. I don't know if DeBrusk is the guy. Let me know what you think, and yeah, comment down below what trade you want to make. Let me know if you like this video, if you want more like this, news of the day kind of filler stuff. Till next time, take it easy. Peace.